of a large quasar group, 4 billion light years at its length and an average of 1.6 light years at its width, and it seemed to challenge the cosmological principle. Has anything been learned in the 21 months or so since then?
Well, you know, what's been learned is you should always distrust when you read those things in the paper. Every month something is announced that challenges our current wisdom, and sometimes it does, but you've got to understand that observations on the largest scales are tentative. And in fact, as with the bicep result, the first observations of everything are almost always wrong. We don't publicize that enough. It's one of the great virtues of science, not a default. It's a virtue because we can then test it. And if you look at the best tested theory in nature, quantum electrodynamics, it turns out all of the first experiments on every fundamental parameter of that theory were wrong by 2 sigma, by 95%. And so people see large structures, and those structures may be there, but there's lots of reasons there can be large structures. The simplest reason is it could just be an accident. It just could be an accident. That's the other thing. Remember when I said we want to believe? We tend to like to see structures. We're hardwired to find patterns. And the question is, are they significant? And again, Feynman used to point this out to people, because we all think things that happen to us are significant. And so Feynman would go up to people and say, you won't believe what happened to me today. You just won't believe what happened to you. And people say, what? You'd say, absolutely nothing. Because you can have crazy dreams for 1,000 nights, and then one night you have a dream that your friend is going to break their arm, and the next day your friend breaks their leg, and you go, oh, cosmic. Accidents happen. And so there can be large, structures, okay? It is true that the largest structures that can have causally formed by gravity are superclusters. They're about 100 million light years across. We just discovered 2 weeks ago, when I talked about it on TV, that we actually live in a larger supercluster than we thought. Laniakea, we all live in Hawaii, we didn't know that. But it's been called Laniakea because the guys who discovered it from Hawaii. But it's an amazing cluster. We now know what our home is. That's our home. It's the largest bound object we exist in, and it's the largest bound object we'll ever exist in because of this energy of empty space. So larger objects than that are not formed by gravity. They may form by an accidental alignment of a bunch of separate superclusters. So we'll wait and see.